morning, everyone. This is Nas coming to you with a video about crime and violence in Jamaica, and then a subtopic with crime and violence in Jamaica being is called a subtopic there, Faytal Attraction in Jamaica. During the holiday season, a video began to circulate about a young lady that was murdered while on the job by a lover. And then some voice notes began to circulate with different people expressing their views and their disagreements and agreements with each other and so on. Specifically, one voice note that came out was about a young lady describing what she thought was the circumstances surrounding the young lady losing her life and the different relationships that she was involved in and so on, and the jealousy and the rage that ultimately caused her to lose her life. I am unsure that the information being circulated is accurate, but in Jamaica we have a saying, say, if I'm not go near so. So without being able to confirm the exact circumstances, we're gonna work with the information that we do have, assuming that there is some level of truth to what is being said, since the reports are all coming in and basically they narrow down to almost the exact same thing, which is that the young lady was involved with multiple partners at the same time and began to behave flagrantly and disrespectful towards one partner who thought he was the man and who ultimately took her life. That young lady should be alive today for two reasons. Number one, the young man had no reason to take her life, and there's no justification for him taking her life, period. If someone has decided to disrespect you, it doesn't warrant that you have the right to take the person's life. However, because we know human beings reason on different levels, in this real world that we live in right now, sometimes you have to set aside what your right is. Your right is to have as many men as you want. Your right is to do what you want to do, and nobody's not supposed to do nothing, not supposed to. But because people reason with different levels of intelligence, people reason differently and people accept things differently. Some people's tolerance level is not as high as others, and some people's reasoning level is not as high as others. And that's just the way it is. Some people will kill you if they feel you have violated them. That in itself is an issue that needs to be addressed separately from this video. But the point in this video I'm gonna make is the importance of mentorship in the lives of people in the world, not Jamaica. People around the world, especially young people, everyone needs someone that is older than them and that has more life experience than them to give them guidelines and be there for them, to have discussions and give them advice on things, or at least share their experiences on things. No one was there to tell this young lady that if you have more than one man, if you feel to exercise your right to do what you want when you have more than one man, it's not wise to be displaying the new man in front of the man who thought he was the one. And I mean, she don't have no friend. Nobody not ever tell her say you can't do them things because it will cause rage. No one was there to tell her to distance yourself. Instead of being upfront with them, create a little distance between you and the man. If you have established that the relationship is ended and the man is in denial or him not want to accept it, and you feel that there's a threat, that's not a reason to be flagrant and upfront with what go on. I don't know that is the exact circumstance, but given the situation at hand, a young lady has lost her life, and the circumstances surrounding her losing her life suggests that she was being openly disrespectful towards a person who has proven over and over that he can be violent. Again, at this point in the video, I'm going to say, the man never have no right for do nothing to her. He should not have. That's a different video. Man and man need to calm themselves. Man and man need to think about the real desired outcome of your action before you take your action. Because right now, there's zero sense in you killing a woman and going to spend the rest of your life in prison. taking somebody's life and then end your own for no reason at all. Because by all accounts, a whole heap of other fish in the sea, brother. Cut your losses, accept your loss, and move on with your life. Your ego is not that important. You are not the first man to get burned. And you most certainly won't be the last one to get burned, my brother. No, mentorship. We all have to have friends around us. Select your friends carefully. If you have a group of friends and the whole of an idiot, it don't make no sense. Find a sensible friend who can stop you and disagree with some things where you do. I have some friends around me. People always say, yo, we're not always in some heated debate. Yeah, because we have to have points where we disagree with each other and share the reason why we disagree and come up with a reasonable answer. We don't always end up agree. There's some things that we will never agree with. Some of my friends are Trump supporter, some are not. I shall refrain from expressing whether or not I am, but that's a different video to altogether. But have some friends who can tell you, say, look, Chantal, if you have two man, you can't display the two man them in front of them one another. One are gonna get mad. No good now gonna come out of it. First of all, if you think you have to have two men as a young lady in today's society, you have to go rethink the thing. By my opinion still. By my opinion. Rethink the thing. No, I'm just weighing in and giving my opinion on this whole situation. Number one, have some friends, especially some that are older than you, that can give you some advice as to how you should conduct yourself. Draw some lines, have some boundaries, have some guidelines of how you conduct yourself in this world. We only pass through this once, and to lose your life under these circumstances, senseless. It's not cute at all. No, I soon address the fellow they were shoot the woman and female colleagues them. The reason I'm weighing in on this video is just to see if I can reach out there and see if someone can hear the video and watch this video and approach the way them do things a little bit differently. Alright? Particularly trying to preserve the life of our women in our community. Alright? Preserve yourself. Protect yourself. If you see the man stay a certain way, distance yourself. You understand? If you see the man have no control over him temper, distance yourself. You're doing good for him and yourself. Because if you distance yourself and then the next woman distance herself, him not going to have no choice but to change him ways if he want to stay with a woman. You understand? Women too. If you don't have the tendency to get angry, because a woman a kill man too, you know. Not every day, but that one. If you don't have the tendency to get angry and vile, man for distance himself from you and stay one there. Right? Until you realize one day, say, the type of mentality to resolve everything with violence or confront everything with violence and anger. Until you realize that not gonna work. Right? It's gonna be the point where you're gonna end up being alone, or you have to change your ways. You have to reform, conform, or you have to just stay by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? The concern we have at hand right now is that we lose too much people to violence. This is just one little category of violence we face at Jamaica. But we lose too much people to violence. People not drawing a line and no boundaries. The cause of it is that people are not drawing any lines and boundaries. The person responsible in Jamaica for national social development needs to be nudged at minimum. Needs to be asked, are we doing enough to develop our nation's citizens socially and mentally? Are we doing enough to identify people who may be trouble and behaving proactively toward these people versus behaving reactively toward these people? By that I mean, are we just building bigger prisons, or are we trying to educate the people in our society to prevent the need for a bigger prison and prevent the need for a bigger facility for battered women? But if we kind of rethink the way we do things, the way how we do things as a set of people is that we follow what we say our colonizers do. Our colonizers' plan is to keep us in a cycle. And if we decide within ourselves as a set of people to sit and think and reason out how we do things, we would come up with ideas like nipping things in the bud, figure out what may happen down the road based on the pattern of how things are going. Pattern of how things are going, if we keep building bigger and bigger prisons, we will have more and more people to fill them. But if we find a way to identify people through programs like police tips, if a police get tips from 10 people, say a man, I draw a cutlass on him woman, and them go over there and use the law. Legislators need to get up off of them seat in Jamaica and stop the foolishness. I come talk about, oh, we're going to legalize obia and I spend taxpayer money and have debate about legalizing obia. Who gives a shit? Anybody ever get arrested for work obia Jamaica from U-Ban? That somebody going to spend time if you go legalize obia? Come on, man. Use on a time as legislators to write into law things like a mandatory reporting. If more than 2 people have reported a man, for example, draw a cutlass upon a neighbor or a friend or a person who living at them yard, that person should be brought in for an evaluation. That person should be held accountable before him kill somebody. Not be imprisoned after him kill somebody. We are losing citizens that way there. We're losing Jamaicans that way. The way it should be approached is there should be some national program. The Minister of Social Development, whoever you are, I'm going to find out and edit that video and put it in, needs to be held accountable for behaving proactively to our problems as far as domestic crimes. More often than not, a long time I beat her up. A long time I beat her. Say for a long time I beat her up, why police not have no record of it? A long time she had boil water and a chew upon him until him wake up one morning with 10 knife stab. What are we doing? We just wait to see how much we are going to dead off. It don't look good. Average 1,500 people a year dead for 20 years. People are 30,000 human beings that, 30,000 people. 1,500 people a year for 20 years. 30,000 human beings. You know what 30,000 human beings look like? If you sell them a stick of Wrigley's each, you could have used that to develop something. What about the people who they are breadwinners for? What about all the children who are now fatherless and motherless as a result of all the people that we're losing? What about them? They are being left to emulate what they see occurring in society. And it becomes their norm. Right now, the average like a youngster in Jamaica, if you tell him, say, him not to have a gun or him not to have some way to behave violently, he's going to tell you, say, you're an idiot. That's a terrible condition to be in as a set of people. But that's how there. Oh, but Seymour, yo, you know, say, I saw them going to Chicago. I saw them going, a whole lot of people dead every day at Chicago. I'm sorry. I'm Jamaican. Yeah, I live in America, but I'm Jamaican. I'm concerned about my people, them. Concerned about my society, because what happens is the tendencies that occur within Jamaica spreads into the diaspora. Right now, if Jamaica come out with a new dance, all who the New York, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, all of them are do the dance too. If you notice that the trend of murder and violence leaves Jamaica and it travel abroad. You understand what I say? In the diaspora it travel. So even if a Jamaican man decides to move and go on foreign, go and live. Right? Whatever his tendencies and his behavior patterns were, him carry it with him wherever he go. And if 10 of them did it, if you know some brother who used to play chess together at Jamaica, and them left go Timbuktu, Them will find one little place to play chess. They used to play cricket and them reach at anyway. Them will go find one little group of people to start play cricket or at the minimum find one channel to go and watch it on. You understand what I say? So anyhow, boundaries have to be set. We have to set some boundaries in our life. And the best way to set boundaries is to belong to a group of people that are disciplined. Right? Yeah, everybody will have them own thing. Everybody will do them own thing. That's the way slave master teach we. Yes, everybody will have them own mind and them own thing. That's a fact. But if you belong to a group of people that is heading in a certain direction, rest assured, most likely, you will head in the same direction of them, whether it be positive or negative. Think about that. Reason that in your mind. If you belong to a set of man, we constantly advance themselves in our education, we constantly build businesses, constantly construct building, most likely at some point you will end up doing the same thing, if not make a very good attempt at it. Now, if you end up belong to a set of man, well, every time you meet them up, you hear them talk about what them do, how much man get dashed well last week and Where you think I gonna end up happen? Show me a company, me tell you who you are. Birds of a feather flock together. But the fact is, the group to which you belong becomes who you are, inevitably in time. The group to which you belong becomes who you are. You're not gonna find a set of guys who sit down and play chess and think about how to advance themselves. Have a man in there who openly discuss the wrong way him do. And all the terrible things on how him bad. And who him a go kill. Hardly unlikely. It's hardly likely. Hardly likely. It can happen. Highly unlikely though. You understand? You know, I go find a set of man that talk about how much man them murder last week and next week how much man them go kill and how them bad and boy forget beaten with board and then all of a sudden you see a scholar come out in the middle light and say, "Good morning, how you doing?" Highly unlikely. The more same stuff. My idiot, run with that. Nerd. All kind of thing. So choose carefully the group to which you belong. Set some boundaries in life. Me personally, I strongly recommend getting together with people who are disciplined. People who set boundaries, have drive and ambition, zeal and goals. Have friends who disagree with the wrong you do, right? If you know within yourself that something where you do is not upright and you have some friends who agree with you and condone what you do, you need to think about the outcome of that thing then, where you do. Think about whether or not those friends are good for you.